On to another one, Tom. Guys, tough as nails and almost on every injury show as well. But Matthew Stafford, UCL sprain in his right thumb. What is that all about?
Well, that's a key ligament in the stability of the thumb. So the good news here is that McVay said today that he's not even a candidate for IR, which means he's not a candidate for surgery, which means it's not that significant of a sprain to where it would create some major instability. Now, the key for him is, in that case, is going to be to get the pain and the swelling down and to regain the grip strength. It's not too different than Justin Fields' injury. Just Stafford seems less severe than Fields' injury. So, with how tough Stafford is, I wouldn't even be surprised if he finds a way to play this week. He didn't practice today, but I wouldn't be surprised if he finds a way to play this week. If not this week, probably next week. And but we could see a little bit of an accuracy issue if you can't grip the ball properly. But the toughest guy at the quarterback position in a long time, so I wouldn't expect him to be out very long.
He is tough as nails. This guy's played through everything. You're right, Tom. And I'm just going to double check here. I believe, let's see. Yeah, the Rams do have a bye in week 10. So again, I don't think they sit him this week, especially according to what you said, but we will see. And that will at least give him a little bit of extra time for rest. But would be Brett Rippon if he cannot go. If Stafford can't go, the Rams are expected to sign John Wolford, I saw, to their practice squad, just in case. And Rippon hasn't been great, so I am worried if Stafford doesn't play about the weapons. Of course, like Kupp and Nakua. Rippon only 820 career passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And Tom, you nailed it. We know Stafford is tough, but I think this would be, if he cannot go this week, it would be a really, really big hit to Kupp and to Nakua. But I think you have to play those guys anyway. I don't think there's a world where you sit them. Stafford, from a fantasy perspective, I don't even think he's been startable. QB 18 right now, averaging only 14 a game. Rams play the Packers this week in a matchup of bad versus worse, we'll call it. Combined records of 5-10, game totals real low, only 3rd and 9.5. Packers also sneakily 11th ranked in passing yards allowed. However, they did just get beat pretty bad by Osborne, Addison, Hawkinson. All in all, I would be a little worried about Kupp and Nakua and some of these weapons, but maybe they don't have that elite upside this week if Stafford doesn't play. But it seems like he is going to play, and even if he is hampered a little bit by this injury, still got to play those guys. All righty. Kyler Murray, who is practice fully today. How about that? What was he coming off? ACL?
Yep, ACL.
Is he playing this week? Is it going to be who's their back? Clayton Tune? Is it going to be him? What's the deal there? They just got rid of Dobbs, obviously.
Yeah, they haven't decided yet. So Kyler is now about 10 months out, which, again, it's a reasonable time frame to play. We'd like more time, but that's definitely doable to play 10 months out. And I would expect near normal passing numbers at this point because quarterbacks generally don't struggle after an ACL, but he's a running quarterback, and we know the running back data shows a 35% dip in fantasy production in year 1 after the ACL. So while Kyler can definitely be expected to throw the ball well, I would very much expect a drop in his rushing production, his rushing numbers. I just don't see him being fantasy relevant in a 1 QB league this year. Next year, he should be totally back. And maybe in 2 QB leagues, he could have some value this season, but in 1 QB league, I'm not chasing him.
I don't think I am either, especially with the Cardinals being 1-7. They go on the road this week to play the Browns, probably another loss there. One positive from this team, Trey McBride. It was him in a starting role, right? Because Ertz, when did Ertz go down?
He was put on the IR either last week or the week before.
Okay. Yeah, so McBride, I forget his exact numbers. I don't have them here, but really stood out. I think he had like 9-10 catches or targets, something like that. So he's a little sneaky tight end to pick up there, especially with guys like Waller down and some bye weeks. So check on Trey McBride. All right, that does it for our quote-unquote main players. But who are other guys that you're paying attention to, guys that you'll be tweeting about? I'm sure you'll be writing about them in your article. What do you got on some other guys?
Yeah, article's out now, fantasyinjuryteam.com. Kenny Pickett is one playing Thursday night. He had the rib injury last week. He's cleared to play. He will play. But let's keep in mind that rib injuries can really limit throw power. I'm working on an Instagram and TikTok video explaining this that should be out by the time you're listening to this. But we saw Justin Herbert struggle last year. We saw Aaron Rodgers struggle last year after rib injuries. I'm not expecting a huge game from Pickett.